I'm a student doctor here at SCU, and today I'm going to be taking some of your medical history. Do I have consent to start that?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, perfect. So I'm just going to have a seat here, and let's go ahead and get started. Can I go ahead and shake your hand?
Oh, sure.
Sure, and your name was?
Vicki Bansberg.
Vicki Bansberg. Okay, nice to meet you. So we're just going to go over a few things. First, can I go ahead and verify your age?
I'm 55.
You're 55. Okay, and the gender?
I'm female.
You're female. Okay, perfect. So what brings you in today?
I'm having a little bit of pain. It's really in my low back, but it's radiating down my left thigh, really super bad.
Okay.
Just kind of taking out this whole section.
Wow. Okay. And what brought that on?
Yard work.
Okay.
Don't ever do it when you're 55. Do that when you're in your 40s. It's much better.
All
Even
right.
your 20s is better.
Oh, all right. Yeah. And can you go and just kind of point to me in that location where it kind of feels?
Oh yeah. Like I feel like a mule kicked me right smack dab here in the center of my butt.
Oh.
And it just takes it right down the back of my leg, right? And I don't know if it's the same, kind of in the top of my foot, a little bit of pain. Maybe I'm just walking funny too. I don't know.
All right. And was there any prior injuries?
Always battled a little bit of low back trouble. One time several years ago, had a lot of problem with the sciatic nerve on that same side, and after some treatment, it kind of alleviated.
What kind of treatment?
A chiropractic.
Chiropractic. Okay. No surgery, so?
No.
No.
Not from that.
Okay. And are we taking anything?
Oh yeah, medication. Just over the counter, like Tylenol, and not like really regimented, like more when the pain is just really annoying. Okay. So, and like usually before my bed, so I can make sure I sleep for a few hours or at least.
Okay. All right. And when did all of this start?
Oh, probably about 3 or 4 days ago.
Okay.
And I got this wild hair to put out the flower beds.
Okay.
It was a beautiful sunny day and thought I should be outside.
Yeah, enjoying the sun.
Yeah, for now.
Yep, I understand. So you started taking Tylenol then, right after you were feeling that pain?
Yeah, probably like the next morning. Like, right away it didn't hurt. It was some muscular, like the next morning it was like, oh dear, what the heck did I do, right? And then,
right.
And then, okay, take some Tylenol, and then I realized I did more than I probably should have.
Yeah, I understand that. Is there anything that was making it worse?
No, but nothing really makes it better either.
Okay, so Tylenol isn't really...
It just takes the edge off that achy pain.
No ice or long showers or anything?
I did take a nice long bath and some Epsom salt. Thought maybe, good old wives' tale would kick in and work. But and if that helped, it was temporal. Short time. Otherwise, just normal showers.
Right.
Oh, I really haven't been icing it. I probably should have, huh?
It's all right. Not everybody does. Sometimes it makes it more painful. And the radiation of it, you said, went down your left?
Yeah, it's kind of weird. It feels like it. I know this. That's probably not. I don't know anything about medical body, so like it feels like it's coming from the middle of my butt cheek. Like I don't know where that bone is deep in there, and it kind of like radiates down around. I don't even know. Like I just feel like if I could just chop off this part of me, I'd feel better.
I don't think you would, but let's not do that. And you said it went all the way down to your foot?
Yeah, so like the bulk of the pain just kind of stops in here, kind of the back of the knee. I don't even know. Shouldn't even know. But for some reason, the top of my foot is really sore. Now, I didn't drop anything on it, but I don't know maybe if I'm just walking different to compensate for some pain, or if that's part of a nerve line.
Right.
Who knows? Right. So in between the knee and the foot, feeling pretty good.
Okay. All right. And severity 0 being almost no pain, 10 being the worst pain you've ever felt. How are you feeling?
Probably somewhere around a 5 or a 6. I mean, it's not enough to, stay home and feel sorry for myself, but kind of just that annoying. You get off the couch and you're like, oops, sorry. Right? Yeah. But this takes a moment, right?
Yeah. And the quality of it, achy, throbby, dull, how are we feeling that is?
Like a dull ache. Like just I don't know if it's not really pulsing, it's just kind of there.
Okay.
Right? Like
all the time? More in the morning, more in the afternoon?
Or if I sit for a long period of time.
Okay.
Right? And the problem is I sit at a desk all day. So you know, and it's weird. Like I feel it when I'm at the desk, or I feel it when I'm sitting in the chair, or whatever. And then I get up, and like that getting up hurts, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then like I walk around and I feel pretty good, and I think, hey, maybe I should just stay standing. But no, I'm not that smart.
So really, morning or night doesn't make it feel better.
No.
Okay. And the progression of it, would you say that it's getting worse or it's getting better?
It's not getting worse, but I don't know that it's getting better either. So,
Okay.
you know, I don't know if I pinch something, or if I bruise something, or I just stretch too far. I don't know if it's muscular, or if it's nerve related, or, you know.
But no falls or anything?
No.
Okay. So now I'm going to ask you some questions, just past history, medical stuff. If at any time you feel uncomfortable, just ask me to stop. Okay?
Okay.
So, is there any family history I need to know about? Heart problems, cancer, diabetes, arthritis?
What there is minor. So,
Okay.
and a lot of it with old age. So, like my mom had heart trouble. She had a really rare heart disorder. It was called a bundle cluster. I know they had a fancy name for it,
Okay.
but it was just detected later in her 60s.
Okay.
It eventually is what killed her, but she lived into her 80s. So, you know, she ended up having like a pacemaker defibrillator thing. And then my dad recently died, but he was 89, and then the body just starts to give. So he had some kidney issues, nothing serious, like just slowing down with the kidneys, and then just eventually they, you know, kind of shut down on him and backlogged. So his cause of death was more renal failure and congestive heart failure, but he was 89, so,
Right.
you know. As far as cancer, really no history of cancer. I had one sister who had breast cancer. She was diagnosed somewhere in her early 30s. She's now well into her 50s, maybe even, she's got about 60. And so, you know, once they did surgery and chemo, she was, you know, so that kind of put us girls in a high risk factor just because she was young and it was rare, but not because there was a history of it in our family.
Okay. And any allergies?
I got weird allergies.
Okay.
I don't know if that's a hereditary thing, so I'm terribly allergic to seafood.
Okay.
So life or death
EpiPen?
allergic, so EpiPen allergic,
Okay.
yeah. And then I have a strange allergy to cortisone.
Okay.
And there's another, it's a neutral, like cortisone, it's like Nicolol or something. It's got, starts with TRA. Anyhow, nonetheless, those two are very, I react very adversely to as well. So, throat swells, tongue swells, yeah. So, otherwise, you know, nothing that was, you know.
Okay. Any other illnesses?
No.
Okay, have you seen the other doctors for this?
Just years ago, I seen a chiropractor, a really nice guy that, you know, was getting a little bit older, and he retired. And you know how it is when you lose a good doctor, you just,
I understand.
you're gonna find one someday. So yeah.
Any medications?
Not anything prescribed.
Okay. Any accidents recently or? No. Okay. And
Clumsy is an oath, but
that,
yeah, always
I
happens.
understand. Any hospitalizations?
3 babies, and you know, years ago, slipped and tore out a tendon on the backside of my right ankle.
But nothing for your low back pain?
No.
Okay, and nothing recent? Okay, perfect. So, now I'm going to go into some social and sexual history. If at any time you feel uncomfortable, you may ask me to stop. Do you have consent to start?
Absolutely.
Okay, so...
Do I consent to tell the truth?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, please do. Are we married?
Yes.
Okay, and the gender you identify by?
I am female,
Okay.
and I am married to a male.
Okay. All right, and do we have any tobacco use?
No.
Okay, and any drugs? Any other drugs?
Illegal or legal?
Any
I'm just kidding. No, really not.
Okay. What about alcohol? Are you drinking alcohol?
Occasionally, a glass of wine or margarita or something, but
Once a month, every couple of months?
maybe 2 in a month if it's a really fun month.
Okay. All right. And where do we live? In house, apartment?
House.
House. Okay.
Single
Is it
story.
single story? Okay. And can I ask what you do for a living?
I run the transportation department for school busing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So are you in and out of buses a lot? More behind a desk?
More behind a desk.
Okay.
Years of being in and out of the bus, but progressed up the ladder.
Okay.
It's sit on my butt far longer than I should.
All right. And are you sexually active?
Yes.
And are you worried about any STDs or STIs?
No.
Okay.
Sorry, if you give someone with disease, I'm killing.
Oh, let's not do that. All right. Well, that concludes that part. I'm just going to ask you some general questions about some of your systems, just throughout the body, cardiac, respiratory, some of those, just to rule out some things. Do we have any lightheadedness?
No.
No. Any vomiting?
No.
Any wheezing?
No.
No. Any abdominal pain?
Nope.
No. How's your appetite?
Very good. Can't you tell?
So, if you were to walk me through just some kind of diet for the day, more carbs, more vegetables, kind of equal everything.
Probably say I eat way more carbs than I should. I like to snack, so that's a little problem. But normal day starts with a cup of coffee and usually something easy for breakfast. Quite often I'll just grab like a Belvita or granola bar, or maybe pick up something on the way into work, like a breakfast burrito from Carl's Jr. or something. But try not to do that very often. And then for lunch I usually have a nice healthy salad, and then it goes downhill from there. Right? So great intentions, lack of follow. Right? Nice snack in the afternoon somewhere, and then way more dinner than a person needs before bed. So
I understand. And how is caffeine intake? Lots of caffeine, not a lot?
Oh, no, not a lot. I probably drink 1 cup of coffee in the morning, and then I don't drink any soda. Like I gave that up a few years ago, and I just don't have a yen for it. So, but I do like iced tea. So. I try to limit myself. So if I have an iced tea for lunch, then I'll just have water for dinner, or vice versa. I'll just drink water throughout the day and then have an iced tea for dinner. And I'm not adversely affected by caffeine, so if I drink an iced tea or a cup of coffee before I go to bed, I won't stay awake. It doesn't make me feel any more awake in the morning either. Just like the taste of it.
Yep. So, any muscle weakness other than kind of the location where your pain is at? No. Okay. All right. Well, that concludes just kind of our medical history, taking some of that information. I'll go ahead and bring it to the doctor, and we'll see what we can do for you. It was nice to meet you.